In this video, let's look at what are the various refactoring options that are present in Eclipse. Refactoring is basically kind of changing the structure of code without changing the functionality. So things like just changing the variable name or changing a method name or extracting a method from here, all those are called refactoring. Let's see what are the features that Eclipse offers for refactoring. I think the first feature which is frequently used in to refactor is Alt Shift R, that is to rename a variable. If I want to change the variable name from marks to marks 1, 2, 3, let's say, if you see that I just do Alt Shift R or Command Shift R, Alt Shift R, and you can change the variable name. I can change it back to marks. You can see that wherever this variable is used, in all the places the change happened. So marks was used in here and here, it would change it. And I can even change this Alt Shift R and say mark 1 or something of that kind. So you'd see that even in the system.out.println it would happen. The other way to do this same refactoring is right click, go to refactor and say rename. So both are the same. The shortcut is Alt Shift R, or you can do a right click, go to refactor and rename. Alt Shift R can be used to rename variables. It can also be used to rename class names. So I can name Hello World to Hello World Test, for example. I'm just saying Alt Shift R on this file name, and it would actually even rename the file name to Hello World Test.java. So this is how you can rename a class name. You can even rename the methods, but I wouldn't want to do that here because I don't want to rename method. The next keyboard shortcut that we would be looking at is called extract method. The way you can do that is right click, refactor and say extract method, or the shortcut is Alt Shift M. So if you look at all the refactoring shortcuts, they would start with Alt Shift and the letter would change. So the earlier one which we looked at rename was Alt Shift R. Now it's Alt Shift M to extract a method. So if you press Alt Shift M, it would help you to extract the piece of code which was present. So now the 3 lines which are there in there, I'm extracting them to a method print marks. So I can extract it to a method print marks, and it would create a new method and it would replace whatever code was there earlier with the invocation to print marks. Also it passes marks as a parameter to that particular thing. So this refactoring is called extract method. Let me try doing it once again. I pressed Control Z to undo the change. So all that I need to do is select these lines, press Alt Shift M, and I'm giving the method name as print marks, and it would extract the method out. So this is called extract method, extract a method out. That's basically what we have done, and the keyboard shortcut is Alt Shift and M. So all the refactoring shortcuts as I've said earlier, begin with Alt and Shift. So you have to hold Alt Shift together and then press M. So this is how you would extract a method. The opposite to extract method is something called inline a method. So if you do a right click, refactor and do inline method, it would actually replace whatever invocations are there of that particular method with the code of that particular method. So if the method is used 2 places, 3 places, all the places the code would be replaced with the direct like the method invocation will be replaced with the method body. So now if you look at it, the method disappears, and wherever the method call was present, it would replace it with the code itself. Whatever we done now is called inline method. The shortcut is Alt Shift and I. So we have looked at Alt Shift R, rename, extract method Alt Shift M, inline method is Alt Shift I. Let's do extract method once again, and I would create a print marks method. This is Alt Shift M that we used here. The other shortcut Alt Shift R we looked at to rename the variables and class can also be used to rename the methods. So instead of calling print marks, I can say print all marks, for example. If I want to call that, it would change both the method name and the invocation. So both of these would change to whatever you would want to. So even, I mean, the most important thing about all the refactorings which we are doing, all the changes that we are looking at, we are just doing in this particular file. But if there was an invocation to this method from, let's say, outside this class, from some other class outside, even then the rename would happen, like the rename would happen even in the other class. So this is not just in this particular source file or this particular class, but this would happen throughout your project. There are a lot of other refactoring options present in Eclipse. You need to press Alt, Shift and T, and it brings up all the different refactoring options available at that particular thing. The move refactoring would enable you to move a method from this class to some other class. Let's say I want to move a method to different class. So all that I need to do is select where you would want to move the thing to. I mean, here what is being moved is the class. So what is happening is the class is being moved to a different package, or like if you want to move the different, like if I highlight this method and now I press Alt Shift T, it shows all the different options that are present to refactor this method. So I can change the method signature, for example. Let's say I want to add a parameter to this. The keyboard shortcut is Alt Shift C. This is to change the method parameters. I can add a parameter to this method. Let's say I want to add a int, and I would want to add just a count. The default value is important because default value is replaced in the invocations. Like if I'm adding a parameter to print all marks, and this print all marks is being called across the project already. In that case, all the calls to the print all marks, the earlier calls to print all marks, would actually be using this default value. So all the earlier calls will, the last parameter would be 0. So now I'm passing it and I'm doing an OK, and you'd see that the 0 is added as default parameter to all invocations of print all marks, and you would also see that the parameter is added in. So other than that, there are a few other options which are present in the refactor menu. You can extract an interface. That's basically, you can extract you can select which methods of this class should be forming a part of the interface. You can extract a super class. I mean, you can create a new class with some methods of this particular thing and let it be the super class of this particular thing. So these are the different options which are present in refactoring a method. You can also refactor a class. So if I go and press Alt Shift T on this, it would show what are the different refactoring options that are present in doing something with the class. So the same options which we looked at when we were looking at the method are present here also. The other refactoring options present in Eclipse on local variables. Let's now focus, like until now we were looking at like methods and classes. Let's now shift our focus to local variables. So if you press Alt Shift L, you can extract anything to a variable. So I can extract, let's say let's say there is an expression here. Let's say I have int a number is equal to 10, number into 2, like 10 times the number. In this kind of scenarios, let's say I don't want to directly print this, but I would want to extract a local variable and I would want to print it. So I would call this 10 times number, and I'm extracting a local variable out. So what it does is actually create a local variable. If this 10 times number was used in multiple places, so let's say I had several invocations of this number into 10, and I would want to extract it and do it once, I just do Alt Shift L, or you can do right click, refactor and extract local variable. Everything is the same. So it now will say 10 times number. It would replace in all the places. So you'd see that the 10 times number is used in 1, 2, 3. So wherever the expression number into 10 was present, it would be replaced with the local variable. This is called extract local variable, and the opposite is inline local variable. The shortcut is again Alt Shift I. This is the same shortcut as we were using when we were inlining a method. Alt Shift I, just select the variable and say Alt Shift I, and it would inline the variable. That's basically the expression which is used for this variable is number into 10. So number into 10 will be replaced wherever the 10 times number is present. If you look at it now, it would change to number into 10 everywhere. So this is called inline variable. The other options which are present on number or a primitive like a number or a local variable is extract a constant. It's you can extract this to a constant, and I can give a name to it. Let's say I want to give the name as first mark. So there you go. So now a public static final int first mark is created, and that is used in here. So the keyboard there isn't a direct keyboard shortcut for extract constant. I have to do Alt Shift T or do a right click refactor and do an extract constant. So whatever we like, you can even move something to a parameter. You can make this a parameter to this method, and you can do, let's say I want to pass this as a parameter to the method. Here I'm using main, but if I would want to make this a parameter to the method, I can just do Alt Shift T and you can use introduce parameter. So these are the various refactoring options that are present on local variables. We looked at earlier on what are the various refactoring options available on methods as well as classes. There you go. Those are the important refactoring options present in Eclipse. This video is part of a series of videos discussing various features in Eclipse, different shortcuts, and also tips to improve your productivity. If you like this video, show it by clicking like or commenting or sharing this video. We are creating more videos on varied range of topics as we speak. Subscribe to stay updated. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.